How you doing, guys? My name is Drew. Today I will be talking to you about the National Academy in Sports Medicine Optimal Performance Training Model, or the OPT. The OPT is best above traditional strength and conditioning programs because it is a systematic progressional approach to training specific to the individual and athlete's needs. The OPT model focuses on the integrated approach of all components of the human movement system, which include flexibility, cardiorespiratory, core training, balance, plyometric training, and speed, agility, and quickness training. The program focuses on multi-planar movements to help improve functional acceleration, deceleration, and stabilization of the body. This is done by focusing on functional strength and neuromuscular efficiency. In the past, training modules emphasize specific functional gains such as higher jumps or quicker steps, which may overlook proper muscular efficiency and functional movement patterns. These may only incorporate uniplanar movements to better isolate primary movers for force output. However, without the proper progression and attention to the rest of the dynamic functional movements in all planes of motion, an athlete is at risk for muscle imbalances, tissue overloads, and possible risk for injury. By integrating multiple planar movements and training for optimal posture quality, an athlete may improve on specific movements as well as keep length-tension relationships aligned. In a study by Nyland and colleagues in 2014, whole body sport movements were integrated as part of an intervention group compared to a control group who just trained for sport. The whole body integration focused on movement of the body in a rotational movement to improve on motor program efficiency and neuromuscular activation. The results were that the integration of the rotational movement, more specifically the trunk and lower extremities, significantly improved the athlete's reaction time and peak ground force and activation of the lower extremities. This directly relates to the OPT model of integrating functional movements in all three planes of motion, the sagittal, anterior, and the transverse planes. The way the OPT model is designed is it is a 3-stage, 6-phase training program. The stages are stabilization, strength, and power. In the stabilization stage and phase 1, the goal is to focus on stabilization and endurance and develop proper neuromuscular efficiency, basically recruiting the proper muscles and proper posture throughout the entire range of motion. In the strength stage and phases 2 through 4, which are muscle endurance, hypertrophy, and maximal strength, load and mass are added to the workouts to increase strength and increase speed of movements. The focus is on gaining muscle mass and increasing prior mover strength. In the final two stages and the final two phases and the last stage, the power phase, power and maximal power training, these phases are now more sport-specific and applied movements for sport activities. The focus is on the rate of force production and the acceleration of that power. Throughout the OPT model, specific demands for specific athletes can be addressed and certain areas of improvements modified. The program helps athletes perform at optimal levels and prevent injury. They do so by taking those key components and gradually working the athlete up through a solid foundation. I hope that this has helped you at all, and if you have a good night.